Tonight, guys, we are going to visit one of New Zealand's very own authentic gold mining ghost towns.
Exactly, except this one really deserves its haunted status. It's amazing.
Apparently the amount of living equals the amount of ghosts that actually haunt the place.
Yep, St Bathans. Population of the living, 6. Population of the dead, well, 6 and counting. Places like this kind of freak me out a little bit because I'm a city boy, so I'm not used to the fact that there's just no noise. It is so quiet. And to me, it kind of borders on that beautiful, peaceful and remote, and yet almost going into that, you know, in space, no one can hear you scream type of situation. Could you imagine this place 120 years ago, like a thriving metropolis, a gold mining town with 2,000 people?
No, it reminds me of like one of those Western movies. Like, I expect to walk inside and see saloon girls and miners who come up from the lake after a hard day's panning.
Yep, hear all that ragtime music filtering out through the windows.
Ready to fight each other over gold claims that they'd had, wrestling and drunken, and the streets dirty and littered. And
the bizarre thing about this place, though, guys, is that every building that is left has some sort of paranormal energy about it, from the old school hall and the old mistress that's apparently there, or the town hall with the phantom dancers, from the lake with the miners that supposedly come out of the lake at night.
Stop it. We believe you, OK? It's haunted.
I haven't even started yet. This place here, the Vulcan Hotel, is like the epicenter of the entire town, and it's the most haunted. It's apparently a prostitute ghost, which I think we'll talk a little bit more about later on. Shall we have a look?
Let's do it.
I think we're going to need a drink tonight as well. The thing about this place is that it's just so remote. Like, I don't think out of all the places we've been, there's been a place that has been so isolated. In a way, it makes it peaceful, but in a way, it sort of sets an eerie tone.
OK, team, here's our evidence. This photo was taken by a tourist who was travelling past and took a beautiful photo of the Vulcan Hotel. They reckon they could see, and if you look up in the top right-hand corner, a face of what they reckon is one of the miners that's come out of the lake down there.
It does look like a face, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's some remarkable clarity to it.
Oh, that's quite horrible.
Yeah.
The closer you get, actually.
Now, this is a painting, but it's actually a painting that faithfully represents a photograph that was taken at the Vulcan Hotel. And in the right-hand side here, you can see very clearly an outline of a figure walking past room number 1. And everyone here is just convinced that it is the Rose, the prostitute that was murdered. Apparently, she will come to you in your sleep and affect your dreams, and this has happened to guests even as recently as last night.
What did she do to them? Like...
Well, various things. Some have been even a little bit ghastly and yeah.
What do you mean by ghastly?
Well, almost in a physical sense.
OK.
Yeah, and the paranormal term for this is a succubus, a female that comes into your room at night. Now, that's why you're going in.
So I am effectively the bait?
If you'd like to look at it that way.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about one of the spooky stories that's happened here for you.
I was making the bed and I put the fresh linen on the Duchess across the room. And it was on the opposite side, and the pillowcase, when I looked up, the pillowcase was moving like this.
Oh, that's so strange. Apparently, other buildings in this place are haunted as well. Have you heard any stories about those or had any experiences of your own?
Not any experiences, but there's a school journal that was written. It's about the dance hall ghost in the hall next door.
And is that where a young lady saw an old sort of soldier dancing with a little girl? Is that one?
Yeah.
It's one spooky town, isn't it?
In your time here, have you experienced any kind of paranormal or unusual activity?
My partner and I were staying up here, and we thought, well, you've got to stay in room 1, ghost room and all. Next thing, the footsteps started. And I said to my partner, what's that? And then footsteps stopped, and we could hear what we thought sounded like books being thrown around the room. And that was pretty weird. And then the footsteps started again. And the next morning we got up, and sure enough, in room 2, all the books had magazines in the rooms, and they were all over the room.
And no one else was staying
No,
that
it was
night?
only the two of
just
us.
you?
And
Right.
all the keys were in our room, in room 1. And then one part of the room got really cold, so you knew obviously she was in there.
Any of the other staff members that were working here with you, had they had any unusual experiences?
Oh yeah, there was some seen her in the old dining room.
Right.
She'll just like walk past. There's something definitely here.
All right, time to suit you up. Now, these helmets have 2 cameras on, one that shows your point of view, and the other one that swings around and points at your face so that we can see all the fear in your eyes. Torch for you.
Sure that works.
You're going to need that because you are heading down to the school hall and then the town hall where they have the phantom dances. Here you go, there's your temperature gauge as well. Mr. Hollows, your equipment, that's a waterproof camera and a waterproof torch. You're going to head into the Vulcan Hotel and have a wander around, but we do know that this town has a blue lake, so we might send you a little left of field, shall we say. It's very, very dark, so be careful, and we'll be in touch throughout the night.
I've got a date with a succubus. I'll see you soon.
Have fun.
This is the home of Jeannie, or Rose as she was known, prostitute that used to live and work in these premises. It said that she took a client of hers back into her room. They argued over the price. And then he proceeded to rape and murder poor Jeannie. And her ghost has been spotted on numerous occasions in this hotel. She's been seen walking down the hallways. There's the figure of a woman in a white kind of gown, quite tall, odd looking, but something elegant about her.